morning, good evening, and welcome to this week's Viberific Live Craft and Chat, where we craft and chat live. I forgot my glasses. I set the thing, the 1 minute, and ran out to make, like, my tea was ready just to add milk, and I splashed milk everywhere, and I'm like trying to clean it up, and now I forgot my glasses. I forgot to grab the blanket on the way in. So, you know, that's what happens sometimes. Hang on a second. I've got to plug a thing in. There we go. Now we can have Louie Cam if Louie decides to join us. So what are you all doing? How's your morning going? I want to say good morning to Kerry Randall. Great to see you in the chat. I had a Wednesday night craft group without rain for the drive, but a hay fever headache. Oh my gosh. Kelly is here. Bianca is here. Knitspin Girls has made it. Leanne is here. Good morning, Chantel, and all in the chat room today. Chintamani has made it, working again. Chintamani, like, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's like, because I know it's a weekday and I know it's hard, so especially those that are in Australia, this is like 10 a.m. on a work day. So those of you that sneak in, I appreciate you. Amanda Vargo has made it. Hi, Amanda. Good to see you. Let me know in the chat what's in your cup, because I mean, I haven't even checked. Like, I've only got 2 cups for a start. Because basically I've had a lot of coffee this morning. There was no need for me to have more coffee. I just wanted to, like, I need to test the tea. It's a bit on the warm side. It's a little bit on the warm side, but it'll be fine. It'll be good. Morning from Vamphere. Been rearranging my son's room while he is at work. I hope he knows you were going to do that. I finished all my socks. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. I know what you're not going to do. You're not going to make socks for a bit. Oh man, that is awesome. That is awesome. What is your next project going to be, Knitspin Girls? Like, tell us, please. Bianca has coffee in her cup. Kerry has a coffee. Chintamani has been name dropping me on Reddit. Oh, that could be good or bad. That could be good or bad. Reddit's one of those places where it could be good or bad. That's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going with. So today we're going to keep cracking on with our Mosaic blanket. I did get the extra rolls completed. I got a few completed like last week, and then totally forgot about it. And then last night I was just like, la 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 la, 10 o'clock at night, and then I'm like, bip, bip, bip. Oh wait, I haven't finished all the dice roll colors. So I was up till midnight getting that all finished. So I'm caught up. I've completed all the dice rolls. So that is amazing. So we'll need to get those sorted, but I will need to go and find my glasses. So I'm going to pop in the BRB for just a minute. If anyone comes in, you can let them know I'm just a forgetful Freddy and I forgot to pick my glasses up. They're just out here, but I will be doing that. So just bear with me for just a moment. So I'm going to pop the music on. So just, if you've got headphones on, I'm not sure how loud it's going to be. So be prepared. I'm back. I've got my glasses. I've got the blanket. What it was is I was making all the lights pretty, and then I realized that the Stream Deck app wasn't working on something. So I was trying to get that, and then I've looked up at the clock and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 5 minutes to stream time. Run and make your coffee. So yeah, I had a very leisurely morning and then a crazy last 10 minutes. Molly's got tea in her cup. Josephine's got some vanilla Pepsi Max for the win. Oh, Leanne has no cup. Leanne, I've already had 2 coffees as well. I've got my big water, and then I've also got a tea, which needs to cool down for just a little McMo. Lots of people jumping in. It's good to see you all jumping in. Let me just scroll through. It just scrolled on me, so I've got to come back. The things you do for us. That's right. I stayed up very late getting this ready and done. Good morning, John. Great to see you. Trying to get the TV started. It's a techie day, isn't it? It's a techie day. Now, one thing I do want to say, just off the bat, is there's some crazy weather happening around the world right now. And I know I've got friends in Thailand who've been hit pretty hard with some weather. I know the US is being battered with some weather. We're having some interesting weather here, nothing US level, but there's a lot going on. And so just, you know, if you are in one of these areas, you need to go and get yourself safe. I saw a phenomenal suggestion on the socials, which I didn't even consider, which was if you've got something dire that you need to have and you need to keep and not to get ruined by water, but you can't take it with you, and it is not a living thing, pop it in your dishwasher and close your dishwasher. Apparently they seal closed. So water can't get out and water can't get in. So I saw that. I don't know how good it is. I don't know if it's the best advice in the world. But it's definitely, you know, be worth a try if you've got no other options. It is, and it's just crazy. Our friend of the channel, Russell, he's in Florida as well. I haven't heard from him, but last time we chatted, he was fine for the last lot of storms that they had, but I don't know his exact location in Florida. So, and Florida's a big state. So I'm hoping that him and everybody else is keeping safe. I've been watching the news. It's a little bit stressful. So yeah, John's having coffee flavored milk. Kerry is redoing the last 4 rows of her blanket square as she was too headachy to sort it out last night. Sometimes you just need the fresh morning eyes to get on top of things. Yeah, look, you know what? I think it's a great idea too, and I really hope it works, because I know that there are sometimes that there are just things that you can't risk. And yeah, better than nothing. It's definitely worth a try. If it was going to be staying at your property anyway, why not try it in the dishwasher? Okay. So, I mean, I had to the camera app wasn't working for the overhead camera, so I've had to reinstall that. So let's hope that it's not trash pandas. There we go. I mean, it's not awesome, but it'll do the job, right? It's this pink. I know it's hard to believe, but this is actually a hot pink. No camera makes the pink enough. It goes ready stuff, but it is a hot, hot pink. The hottest of hot, hot pinks that you could probably imagine. A fridge might be good too. Yeah, fridges could possibly be good. Whereas dishwashers are designed to lock and seal water in. Fridges, not so much. But again, probably better than nothing. Oh, Molly, have fun. But yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, Leanne. I'm thinking about all the people. I was hearing that the track of the storm is moving a little bit, but it's not necessarily a positive thing. It's just the people that were prepared are not the people that are going to get hit. Anyway, let's roll some dice. Let's do some craft. Let's roll some dice. Let's start with this one. I'm really hoping that we don't get green. Actually, let me just jump here. Where is the dice? There we go. I've got the right things happening here. I wanted to have 2 stream decks open so that if someone happens... Oh, before I roll, I just want to say something here. I've got the Buy Me a Coffee link up the top again, and because the chair fund is still going. But I want to say you guys are freaking phenomenal. We are nearly 1/3 of the way there already. I'm like blown away. I thought this was going to be like a 6-month thing. But after a week, we are 1/3 of the way there. And I'm going to go with, I'm not 100% certain, but I think I'm going to go with the Secret Lab chair. And I'm tossing up between mint and cookies and cream. And yeah, so yeah, that's where we're at. But I thought I would share that with you. I think you guys can see, like, if you go into my Buy Me a Coffee, you can actually see where the goal is. Let me know if you can actually see the goal. I can see the goal, but I don't know if that's a me thing or if that's an everybody thing. So I'm hoping it shares where I'm at with the goal publicly, because it's kind of the point, right? All right, yes, dice rolling time. Dice roll time. Let's go here. And we need to go dice roll time. It's dice roll time. Roll the dice to choose the next colour. Alrighty. Let's roll this. Oh, John can see the balance. Excellent. That's great news, John. It is a 6. It's a 6. Okay, more green it is. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. All right. We got a whole little section of green. Oh my word. All right. Oh, this is just gold, is it not? This is just gold. I'm just going to pop that over there. Out of the way, but still there. Oh, that's kind of funny, isn't it? It's kind of funny. Let me just... All right. Oh, wow. I mean, I was all like, oh, there's too much red after 3. Right, 1, 2, 3. And now look how much green there is. There's so much green. One thing I did want to chat about with this particular project, that's the John section, is it? Well, it's also the Leanne section. Leanne is also very an avid lover of the amphibian. And look, I think it's a beautiful green. Are you going to share it with Leanne? That's cool. But one thing I wanted to say, I have now started the last ball of pink, right? So I honestly don't believe I will get the 90 rows that I wanted. The 90, I think it was 96 rows that we wanted to get it to the length, to get it to like a single bed length. Yeah, they are going to think that, like, if they don't know that I don't get to choose the colours and that it's the dice that choose the colours, they may think that, Leanne. They may think I've had a few drinkies. The answer is no, I just don't get to choose the colours. Pop that one there. Put those there. Yeah, so I'm tossing up some options. Now we do have lots of colours still available, like lots of the rainbow colours. And I think I'm only planning a 3-round border. Exactly not enough blue or purple. That's funny. But yeah, I'm planning a 3-round border, so that'll be 6 rounds in total. And I was hoping to at least have 1 round of pink just to set off the rainbows. But do you guys think it'll matter if it's just random rainbow colors in the border? Like I wanted to do all the slip stitching with the yellow, so the yellow against the pink pops off. So I'm thinking the duckling yellow. But other than that, I'm not really married to any ideas. Or do I just do a few more rows and hope that I leave enough pink for at least a front round row of pink? Because I'm like, do we just keep, sorry, it's my brain, okay? Do I just keep working through the blanket, use up all of this in the blanket to get the length that we're aiming for? Or hopefully get the length that we're aiming for? Or do I just do a few more blankets, a few more rows, and leave enough of the pink to have the first round of the border hopefully done in pink. Let me know in the chat what you want or what you think would look good. Leanne says, I don't think it will matter. I like the idea of finishing with a pink. What do you mean by finishing with a pink? Just to be clear, because obviously my brain is not functioning correctly. Mitspin Girl says it needs a purple border. Well, I have some purple in the basket. I do have some purple. I'm not exactly sure how much purple. I have to have a look. SMA Skies jumped in. Hello. Just saw you alive and thought I'd check in. We're at my in-laws and doing well. Our home seems good last I saw, other than 2 big branches. Are you in Florida, SMA Sky? I didn't realize you were. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm hoping that you are staying safe, and I am glad to hear that you have gotten out and that you are somewhere else. Oh, I understand. So rather than doing the first row of the border in the pink, you want the last row of the border done in the pink. Okay. The catch is I have zero idea of how much yarn I will need to save for the border. That is a big problem. Oh, you guys think I should check in to see if Claire's got any flamingo pink? Should I just ring her? Should we just ring her and find out? Like right now? We could do it on the stream. Oh yeah, you're all like, try for the last round in pink. The power here keeps going out, and I think Esme's guy says the power here keeps going out, and I think if we went out, it went out at home. Connection to the camera because the IP address changes. It's still uploading, but it's facing the wrong way. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, I'm north of Tampa Bay. Okay. Goodness. All right. Yep. Well, let's give Claire a quick call. Let us go to this camera here. Just give her a quick call right now. Hello, Claire. I'm live on YouTube right now, just so you know. And I don't know if everyone else can hear you because my button for speaker is gone.
Oh, right.
I don't know where it, oh, there it is. I've got 3 options is what it was. Okay, there we go. Claire, you know how I'm working on the mosaic blanket with the hot pink in the dirty DK, the flamingo.
Yes.
Do you happen to have another ball of that lying around?
I probably do. I'm currently at my sister's house, so I can't have a look.
Well, that would because I'm onto my last ball. So if you could spare a ball, that would be an absolute amazing thing.
Yes.
Yay! Everyone can hear you, so that is cool.
Hello, everybody.
Leanne says good morning, and the Game Widow's saying good morning. Kelly can hear you as well, so that is good. Kelly's, angry at everybody. Well, not angry, disappointed that not everybody has all their stash on Ravelry. I don't have my stash on Ravelry. Oh my gosh.
I put my stash on Ravelry.
Me either. Me either. Oops, I gotta go that way. Let's have a look. Lots of Chintamani, Bianca, John O'Brien. Everyone's saying hello. All right.
Hello.
Okay. Well, I will go, but that would be amazing if we can organise a.
Yes.
I'll send you some dollary dues for postage and what have you.
I'm travelling home today, so I can check it when I get home tonight.
Oh, awesome! I hope you are having fun at your
am.
sister's. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can't chat normally because we're on YouTube.
We can't. It's gonna be PG rated.
It's gonna be good. All right. Okay. Well, you have a great time with your sister. Bye.
Bye, everyone. See you.
Well, there you go. Claire may possibly have some flamingo. So that is cool. Now, I did see a message here from SMA. SMA, be safe, please. We'll see how you're going, and keep us up to date. Jump in the Discords. Let us know where you are. Better make it 2 because you'll need it for that border. Well, I mean, I'm going to wait and see what she's got. So between now and tonight, I won't have used half the ball. I don't think. Maybe I will have. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. But that is a relief that there is backup pink available. So, and my husband, who promised to be quiet on the phone, is not being quiet on the phone. So let's jump back down here into our, there we go. Now we do have, oh man, I've just got to move this down more because he's here. Little cutie dog. Little cutie dog is here. Let's just put that. There's just so much on the screen today. All right, there you go, Lulu. Let's just keep going with this green. There's so much green. All right. Well, thank you for making me. Well, not making me, but for let's call Claire to double check if she's got some of the flamingo. So that is awesome. That is awesome. So I've got a gripe. My gripe is with Australia Post. Australia Post, why you tell me there's stuff in my PO box and then I get there and it's just government don't forget to vote stuff? Like, I thought there was something exciting. I was all like, oh, I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is. And it was just a big nothing box. It was full of nothing. Russell is here. We were just chatting about you, Russell. We're hoping you're okay. Because I was like, I don't know exactly where you are in the Florida map of stuff. And I hope that you are safe and that you are okay. And that you are a bit up and out of what is heading Florida's way. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I know how scary it is when these storms come and we don't get so much hurricanes, we get cyclones, but yeah. You've already got no power and about 8 hours until it hits. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well, are you staying or are you able to go somewhere else, or are you staying in your home? Yeah, I've seen some of that imagery as well, John. They had it on our news here in Brisbane, just the palm trees going a bit cray. We've got apparently we thought it was a good idea to stick a reporter in Tampa. So I don't know how I feel. Like, let me know in the chat. Like, I understand that they want to have reporters on the ground in these sorts of events to be able to get footage and what have you, but to me it just seems like off. It just seems a bit off that they go and, like, it's like everyone else, please evacuate your homes, please make sure, except we're going to send some weather people and news reporters to your town. Okay, Russell thinks he's going to be all right. Well, that's good. Just no power, but everything else is good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you should be okay. Oh, really, John? That's terrible. If Jim Cantore, Weather Channel guy, shows up in your city, you're doomed. Oh man, yeah, because that's the thing. Like, it's if it's so, like, I suppose we do send reporters into war zones and all this sort of stuff. And I get it. I understand why the news needs to be reported and people need to see what's really happening, but it's just, yeah, it's just bizarre. By hook or by needles, Sam says, agreed. Think about the reverse. How often do you see weather reporters outside when it's a great day? We actually see our weather reporters outside on great days a lot of the time here. They do tend to be either at the beach or somewhere pretty and picturesque. So we do get to, like, at least in Australia, they do, hang out outside sometimes. Like it's not all the time, but it is often enough that it's not 100% weird that they only go out for the bad weather. Oh, we found a liane Pokemon bear. Oh my gosh. Wow. Gamer says, a friend messaged yesterday, he's left, decided he didn't need a second go around so quickly. Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. Russell's like, I'm okay. Life's not too bad. The generator runs the Wi-Fi and the Keurig. And hopefully the fridge. And just add coffee and streaming TV is okay. Okay. You got it sorted. Oh yeah, that one is hilarious. I've seen so many where they're like, oh, the water's up to knee height, but if they just stood up like properly, then it would be fine. Yeah, we've seen a few of those. Weather reporting is one of those odd things. We have some really fun weather reporting here in Australia, which I do like. We have Higgins storm chasers, which are not technically mainstream media, but like anybody who follows weather in Australia follows Higgins storm chasing. You get really, really amazing weather reports. But yeah, we've got some fun weather people on the different networks. So, because there's the ABC guy who is always in his vest, and yeah, it's you know, everyone's a little quirky. I suppose if you're a weather nerd, you know, we're all a little bit quirky. We are nearly at the end of the green row. Is this the last green row for a while? Oh, ribs on the Barbie tomorrow. Nice work, Russell. That sounds good. Game Widow says Melbourne weather reporting is amusing. You see people walking around in the background and everything from overcoats to shorts at the same time. But that's because Melbourne weather is weird. You know, you really do get the 4 seasons in one day in Melbourne. You get the 4 seasons in 1 hour. People in the shorts just may not have had time to dig into their backpack for their knee-length puffer jacket that they need for the next 7 minutes. I should just come down to Melbourne during summer, right? Just to cool things down. One day I'm going to go to Melbourne and it's actually going to be hot while I'm there, and I'm just going to be just so shocked. I'm not going to be packed for it. I'm not going to be prepared for it. Because we'll realise that me bringing cold weather to Melbourne was never real. It's just been the case the last 4 times that I've been in Melbourne. 4 times? 5 times. All right, I'm going to shut my door here, you guys. Just bear with me for a second. Our concepts of quiet are very different. Okay. Even when Abby visited the tanks, you'll let me know when I'm needed? Okay. Thank you. What have I done? What did I do? I totally flipped the blanket, didn't I? Where is the edge? There is the edge. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, you guys couldn't hear him? That's good. I'm really glad because I could hear him. It was quite loud for me, and I was just more concerned that like he does discuss like, you know, work sensitive stuff, and I didn't want it to accidentally bleed through. Sometimes you can't hear it until I'm talking, and then the bleed through happens, and I just don't want to accidentally broadcast anything he's talking about. But I am glad that you guys couldn't hear him, so that's good. What's done me in is the heat wave in the UK is 25 degree. Yeah, and it's just because they are so used to cooler temperatures. They come to Australia, like a lot of Brits come to Australia in our summer and are just floored. They are just floored by how hot it is, and our sun is brighter here than their sun is. So even on their bright sunny days, our sun here is just so much hotter and brighter, and yeah, it's just it's surprising. Yeah. Tomorrow you'll power up your regular systems? Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad. And hopefully your power will be back on soon too. I don't know how long that stuff usually takes. Here in Australia in big storms, it can take some time. You're either back on really fast or you could be waiting weeks. So it just depends on where you are and what happened. Your power's supposed to be out for 2 or 3 days. And your generator is going to be fine for that long? I mean, I'm assuming it would be, but just double checking. Watching my English neighbours cope with the 47-degree as a kid was hilarious. They really didn't understand desert conditions at all. No, because they don't see how big a proportion of Australia is desert. They just, yeah. The pattern I chose to knit has so many errors, don't have the energy right now to fix it at all, so time to knit something else. Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Sometimes your brain is like, yep, let's fix this thing. And then other times your brain's just like, nope, 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 I'm out, find the next pattern. So for me, what's really frustrating for me is I'm working on so many different little things that I can't share right now that I'm just like, oh, what should I actually do? And then I have to put this down to get through some of the other stuff. And then I'm like, oh man, I forgot. I always forget how busy my crafting time is in this sort of, I suppose this year at least I've started in October. Usually I don't start till the sort of middle to end of November. So I have given myself at least an extra month. So that is nice too. I just realized then that I'm panic working, and I need to realize that actually I do have more time. I don't want to, rest on my laurels too hard, but now if anyone knows where my scales are, that'd be really great. I have 2 sets of scales for my craft. I can't find either of them, which is quite frustrating. I'm sure I put them somewhere safe. They're probably in a bag or something. I must have taken 1 set somewhere. But do you think I can find them? The answer is no. Answer is no. So otherwise I would weigh this yarn to work out how many grams I use. Actually, you know what? I reckon I've already done this. I think I've already done the how many grams I use in a row math. Let me check my Ravelry. Let me just jump over here to Ravelry. Otherwise, it's in my iPad, I think. Did you take them to retreat? I thought I did. But I also thought I've unpacked everything from retreat. Yeah. Let me just see if I added all my math in for the math rocks. I think I did. I think I put in good notes. There it is, right there. In pattern, DC row is approximately 7.77 grams. So we know these balls were notoriously underweight. So if we guess that it was 190 rather than 200. Calculator. John, did I missed something really important here. Oh my gosh, John. I didn't see the little thing flash up. Do I have it like, I don't have it set to flash up here for some reason. I need to add the widget. Let me just. All right, that's there now, but guys, John's bought 25 coffees. It says it's a nice round number. So we need to do the thing. I didn't test these lights, so let me just see if we can go to the party. Nope. Hang on. I need to open the newer app on my computer. Oh my gosh. That is... Oh, that's the wrong app. That's the wrong app. That's... I'm frazzled now. There we go. Wow. Let's see if we can... There we go.
Yes, it's coffee time. Coffee, 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 coffee. Cappuccino. Java. Yes!
John, that's really amazing. That's... I need to check where my goal's at now. Coffee. What's it called? Buy me a coffee. I gotta put my password in. Now looking at my password, you guys. Oh, someone else's. Oh no, that's it. With my overlayers. I have a heart attack then. There we go. There we go. That's where the other. Wow. John. Thank you. We are over halfway to the chair. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you, John. Hush up and crochet. I'm crocheting. I realized, look, I made a mistake and I've got to pull it back out. I've got to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm hushing up and crocheting. I do like how the green and the pink do look together, and I think they could make a really sweet, like, mix for something. I do just would like... I don't know. I'm like, I would like a different color, except I really do like the green and the pink together. I mean, I wouldn't be sad if the rest of the blanket was green and pink stripes. I'd be surprised, but not sad. Oh, I was working out math. I was working, and then I saw the notification, and then, so, okay, so we've got, so 190 divided into 7.77. So that's 24 more rows I can do. So even using this whole ball of pink, don't believe I'll get to the length that I wanted, because I think I needed, did we say 96 rows? So 50 of them would be, or, you know, like, yeah, 50 odd of them, 40 odd of them would be in the pink. That's all right. We can just keep going. Okay. Oh, come on, splitty, split, split. Okay. Now, I know I asked what was in the cup. Did I ask what you're working on? What project you have happening in your bag of goodies? Abby brought home, when she came home from the snow, she had, you know, purchased a few things while she was away that she found useful. And one of the things was, John, I very much appreciate you sharing your good luck with me. Or savvy, maybe not good luck, savvy investing. But yeah, while she was away, I don't know why she bought it. I don't know what the purpose for was. But she bought this, which is this, it's called a Systema brand basket. And it was just in the way, in the like out sitting on the piano. And I just realized I really like it. But so if you slide the handles in, they lock, and so you don't have to have big long handles. They're just a good length of handle. And there's big holes, so you can actually work through the basket. I was going to grab an Amazon affiliate link for it, except Amazon's like, oh yeah, we can organize that. It should take about 6 months to ship it anywhere. So it's just like, you know what? No. But if you happen to spot one, then Something's happened with the goal. It just changed. Oh, I see. I see. Yep. So yeah, it's definitely, it's a good basket. It's solid, it's handy. I mean, I've only been using it for a few days, but I'm liking it. So if you can get your hands on a little basket. And the thing I particularly like about it is if you are the kind of person who will utilize the holes, they're really big. Like there are some smaller ones. There are some smaller ones, but I would use these big ones so that, you know, you can use your chunkier yarns, or they can, oops, I just whacked my poor pod mic. Sorry, pod mic. Or you can use different things for it. Leanne says, I do love a great craft basket. I may have 1 or 10. Well, I've never really been a basket person. Like I have project bags, and I have like, you know, little baskety bowl things, but I don't have a big basket like with handles. That's not really been my jam. But for this particular blanket, it's too big for any of my project bags. I mean, it's pretty much too big for the basket as well. Like, let's be honest. But the basket can at least sort of take the extra, if that makes any sense. Oh, you got some more of the black. Have you started? Is there any progress photos of how it looks with the two colors together? Yeah. Let's have a look at. I've been 8 more rows on the corner to corner join as you go blanket border. Then I get to start the border on the other side. Awesome. Bianca is working on the Rhodes headscarf to test Catherine the Creator's bamboo cotton yarn. Nice, nice. Have a good day at work, Kerry. I hope you got those rows sorted out. Beat them back into submission. Oh, you need to get, okay, all right, yeah, I get it. It's not ready to start just yet. I saw this week, speaking of needing to wind the yarn, I saw a great video from RNA and Carlos's channel, and they were talking about winding yarn from skeins into balls. And they were like, you know, if you've got a ball winder and a yarn swift, that's cool. If you want to use a chair, you can. But they actually just use their own arms. So, or at least, you know, RNA does. And it just holds this thing and winds it and then unwraps a bit and winds it and unwraps it and just has it on his own arm. So he's not reliant or waiting on someone else, and it's not hanging off the back of a chair, so you've got to lean over it weirdly. It would just mean that you could just sit comfortably somewhere to do that. Like, I'm like, I think I want to test it out and have a go with it, and just sitting on the couch while I'm like watching a show or something. Without, you know, because I reckon the scales are wherever my other ball winder went. I have got a Knit Picks purple ball winder, and for the life of me, I cannot find it. Oh, she holds the Swift. Okay. Oh, she turns the Swift. Sorry. Knitspin Girl says, I do that when I'm out. It's quite easy to do. I just hadn't even considered it. I've always just, you know, either utilized someone else's arms or a Swift. Like, I'm definitely team Swift. I've got a few Swifts. But being able to, you know, just go forth and do what you need to do. Yeah. No, I haven't Game of Widows. Honestly, and you know what? You may have sat right in front of me, and I just didn't notice that's what you're up to, because we're probably just chatting about something or whatever. It's just not something I was just like, the second he started doing it, I was just like, huh. Kelly says, I've done it where I've draped them over my knees and I was lounging on the couch with my knees up, then I hand wind if I'm being lazy, especially. Yeah, like, because I've seen people do it over their knees and over their laps. I can't normally do it over my knees because, you know, big girl. And the skeins aren't big enough. So, Oh, John says that the yarn store people cake that one for him. That's awesome. I've got a motorized ball winder. That's one of my favorite things to use. But its little motor is starting to peter out, and the disappointing thing is when I bought my Nancy's Knickknacks motor, I should have bought extra spares. But I didn't know at the time that the business was going to close its doors. I'm even starting to look around for somewhere else for drive bands, not drive bands, for O-rings for it, because the rings I've got are starting to crack. And while the actual rest of the ball winder is in perfect, amazing condition because it's been made amazingly, I cannot source. I cannot, pick up the spares from the company anymore. So I've got to work out what I'm going to do, and see what I can do there. On Zoom and at retreat, good chance we were distracted. Yeah, there's probably a good chance I was distracted. Hey, Samantha, good to see you. But yeah, just focusing on finding some parts for it. I did contact the guy who made them, and with the unfortunate news with the motors is they were a custom made motor, and I think it was at like a minimum order 100 motors. I'm so tempted just to order them. So what's actually broken? Nothing's technically broken yet, but the O-rings that keep everything running smoothly they're perishing because they're plastic and they perish, or they're rubber or whatever it is. They perish over time. So like those things would normally need replacing every now and again, but also it has a little electronic motor that's been custom built. So being able to find one of those at a reasonable, because like that was the thing, like I could buy them from Nancy's Knickknacks really inexpensively. I think they're like $15 for the motors, and I should have just bought more. I just didn't even. I just, oh yeah, I'll get one of those later. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But no, nothing technically is broken yet. The motor is starting to wear out because the motors only work for a certain number of hours, and then they start to sort of just, play up. They play up. My live stream starts at 10 a.m. Brisbane time on a Thursday morning. I don't know what time that is in different regions. You guys will need to do some Google Foo to check that. Then we've got... going. We're getting towards the end of this row, and it'll be time for dice rolling again. We have a company here that rewinds and rebuilds electric motors. Maybe there's a place in Brisbane. There could be. There could be. I'll have to check it out. Oh, that's right. Australia. Oh, man, I forgot about daylight savings. It's kicking in the southern states. It's 11 a.m. for some of the Australian viewers now as well. And then South Australia has different time zone again, and Western Australia has different time zone. So, oops, I forgot that kicked in on the weekend. Oh, there you go. John says 8:49 p.m. on Wednesday on the east coast of the USA. Thanks, John. Well, that's your current time, I'm assuming. But it starts 8 p.m. Eastern, I would say, at this stage. Alrighty. I was going to wait till I got to the end of the row to sip some tea, but I need some tea. Okay, let's keep going. The tea is still quite warm. Oh, goodness me. We are pulling back because I was on a roll of the wrong stitches. It's like, we are on a roll. No, wrong. Wrong, not on a roll. It's not a roll if it's wrong. Unless it's a wrong roll. It's a wrong roll. This is the Mosaic blanket from Crochet with Claire. All the details I think are in the description. I'll double check that. I thought they were, but we'll see. Yep, there you go. All of the links and what have you are in the description. So if you just click into the description and then see more, it's all in there. But yeah, I had a big break on this one, and then I think January was the last time I worked on it. I think I worked that out last week. And then I just want to get it finished. It's just taking up space, and not just like actual physical space here in the workroom, but which, you know, it's quite a large blanket, so it is taking up physical space, but it's taking up mental space. So I'm trying to clear out the cobwebs and focus going forward. So last week we did, I think, 3 rows during the stream, and then we rolled an extra 5 rows, which I got complete off screen. And then we'll do the same again today, where we'll get as many rows as we can done during the stream. And then at the end of the stream, we will roll an extra 5 rolls. And I can work on that off stream to try and get as much of it done. So what we're going to be doing is I will be using the last of this ball of pink, and however many rows, as close to the 2.1 meters of blanket that I can get, that's what we're going to have. And then hopefully Crochet with Claire does find some flamingo in her stash. Otherwise we will have a solely rainbow border. All right, time to roll. Dice roll time. It's dice roll time. Roll the dice to choose the next color. Samantha, I don't know MST time. You'll need to do the backward math yourself. I started at 55 minutes ago, so whatever that time works out to be in your time zone, you can work that out. I think we're all savvy enough to be able to do that. Oh, let me clear that. Okay, and that. Alrighty. Yeah, I understand what Mountain Standard Time is, but it's your time zone. I work everything out from my time zone here in Brisbane, and I think I think you can do it. Yeah, John's telling you the answer. We got a 7. We have Duckling. That's a nice change. Come out, little Duckling. Oh, that's not Duckling. Get back in the basket then. There we go. Alrighty. It's been a while. When was the last Duckling? The last Duckling's all the way back here. So that's a few rows. That's a few rows of break from the Duckling. It's also such a cute color. I'll be needing to keep an eye on how much Duckling we use up, because I do want to use that to do the slip stitch edge all the way around. Holly, it's great to see you. Because I think like that yellow, like the yellow peeking out against a lot of the colors will look really cute. But we'll wait and see. I mean, if I end up rolling, 6 yellows in a row, which apparently it can happen now, like after what just happened with the green, like we had green, red, green, green, blue, green, green, like all the green. Could do that with the yellow, and then I'll have to pick a different color to be the border color. The yellow is a really pretty yellow. It really is. I mean, look, and you know, this is the running joke here is I actually don't like yellow, right? Yellow is not one of the colors that I think is a great color, but it is definitely important to include it because it does such amazing things with other colors. Like I can't wear yellow. Like yellow makes me look sick. So my brain's like yellow bad. But I think like some yellow things are really cheerful and cheery and just it's the sunlight. Samantha, I don't have a set number of rows. It's just keep going till I run out of the pink is what I'm going to be doing. I'm aiming for a single bed size blanket, which I think in the US you guys call twin, which is 2.1 meters long here. So what is that? So a meter is what, 40 inches? So just over 80 inches. So, yeah, we're still a ways off. I'm not sure if we'll actually get it to the length that I want before I start running out of yarn, and I cannot buy more yarn. It's not a queen. We're looking at single size blankets are 140 centimeters by 210 centimeters long. I don't know what all that is in inches. You can Google it. But yeah. Yes, there is. It's in the link in the description. It's Crochet with Claire's pattern. So it's over on her channel. Yeah, Bianca, I agree. Yellow is great, but not in garments. So, yeah. Alrighty. Powering through our second color for the stream, which is great. Is Louis still there? Louis still there. That's good. Got his little camera on. He's a little sleepy boy. The weather's here has taken a bit of a turn for the cold, which I'm not complaining about. I think it's amazing. The pets, however, not super impressed. The cats had already started shedding their winter coats, and now it's like some cold days. So now they're like huddling. So yeah. If you go and follow the pattern link back to Claire's website, the link for the tutorial will be there. Or it should be. I just saw your message there, Leanne. Thank you. And yes, I definitely agree. Hey, Gabby. Good to see you. Yeah, we were having a chat earlier in the stream. Some of our Florida friends have jumped in just to let us know they're okay, which is good, that they're safe so far. Some of them have no power, but they're safe. So that's the important thing. No power we can deal with. It seems that the on-screen comment has shrunk. Oh. It did. Did I bump something? check. Let me just go here. There we go. And then let me, Samantha, Leanne just dropped you the link, I think. There you go. Whatever it was, you've moved it now. Yeah, absolutely. Can someone go and just find the link? Do you know, you can also just go to Crochet with Claire's YouTube channel and just look for the Mosaic blanket. That's another option, is just look for it. But I will check the website link because I'm surprised it doesn't have the YouTube links to it. So I'll definitely send through a message to Claire. Gabby says, I'm in South Florida. A lot of wind, but it's been raining all week, so worrying about flooding, but everything is good so far. And that's usually what happens here when we get cyclones, like where my house is. We don't always get like the devastation of the cyclone, but we always get the rain, and we've been exceptionally lucky. Like while our little suburb has been cut off from stuff, we've not had water through our home. But we've had quite a few floods in the Brisbane area over the last few years that have made it so that when we see weather like what we're getting right now, everyone starts just like, I'm just going to move my things all a bit higher just in case. But yeah, I'm hoping that a bit of wet weather is the worst that comes out of it. Thanks, Leanne. Appreciate that. Yeah, we get the devastation of the flooding instead. That's right. And like it's been chaos the last few years where it's like to the point now whenever there's rain, we have a local region, like a local suburb Facebook group. And whenever it's raining now, there is the joke, there's someone will post a photo of is the bridge closed, because we've got a bridge crossing, and that's like 18 meters above the water, and the bridge got closed because the water, when our area floods, the water comes up and over the bridge. But you have to have some serious weather to get 18 meters of water high up a bridge. Yeah, and this Spin Girl, she's in an area where the entire town was flooded, and the levees didn't hold. And now whenever it rains, people get twitchy, and I get it. Thank you, Kelly. I'm glad that it's raining, no one flush. Oh my gosh, that's the big thing, isn't it? Because that was the biggest issue we were having during like those wet weather events and the flooding events, that while we technically didn't flood here, our home had a particular issue with sewerage, which is we're on the low point of a system and half of the suburb sewage would come through our yard. And so we would have to deal with this, and it was just not even our neighbours, just us. We don't know why it happened. The council couldn't work out why it happened, but last year they've installed a thing. I don't know what it's called, and it's a thing in the pipe that basically means that now when we have this crazy weather, it'll actually close the pipe further back, so it won't come through our property at all. We don't know where it'll go, but it won't come through here. But unfortunately, that also means that ours won't run out either. So we'll have like enough to fill the pipe. So it'll be like no showers. But yeah, backflow valve. That's exactly what it's called, a backflow valve. But it does mean that when it's closed, it can't open to let our stuff out either. So, but at least we know where it's coming from then. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was very unpleasant. It was very, very unpleasant. And because of how our property is, like where our house sits and stuff, we couldn't leave the yard without having to go through it. So we just didn't leave the house. And we could take Louis out one door and go up the hill, like, because our yard's got like one side of it's got a little bit of a hill. So we could take Louis out on a lead and let him, do that. But we couldn't actually leave the yard because the driveway and where the gates are, and it's the only gate. I mean, it makes sense to let's just add in another gate, right? But yeah, the only gate we have is our driveway gates. So how many people have that where the only way into a property is that you don't have like a little fence gate, like a pedestrian gate, but you just have the driveway gates? Because, I mean, we do have a very small frontage, so that's probably part of it. Might need to invest in a couple of camping. That's actually like those little chemical toilets. That's actually a fantastic idea. That's not even, so it doesn't even become an issue for us. I love that idea. I didn't even think of that. I like that idea a lot, actually. Right, snippers. Where did I put them? There they are. I'm sure you could see them, but I couldn't. We have finished our duckling row. So we are back onto Flamingo. Put those two together. Can you see them? There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, Leanne has a driveway to enter as well. Yeah, it was something that I was surprised about here as well, because it just means that any couriers and stuff, they always have to open the gates and they always seem to struggle with it. And it'd probably be nice, like if we ever get the front fence replaced, it'd probably be a nice thing to go and add in like a pedestrian gate as well. It's just a very small frontage on our property. Like we've got like a big piece of pie kind of thing. So we have very, very, very small frontage. I need a driveway here too, but we don't have a front fence. Yeah, we're fully fenced in. Alrighty, powering along. So that's 2 colors completed. I do try to get 3 done during a live. Where are we at? We should get 3 done. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Alrighty. Sorry, I just got sucked into what I was doing there for a second. I definitely like the pink with the yellow and the pink with the green and the pink with the blue. They're my favorite, and the purple as well. But those 3, the pink, the yellow, and the blue, the yellow, the green, and the blue, I should say, they're probably my 3 favorites against the pink. The purple's nice, don't get me wrong. I like purple, but that would be my favorite against this pink. The most contrastiest. That's properly English, right? Contrastiest. I'm going with it. Righty. I'm just thinking, do I have a tape measure here and we can have a quick measure do after I do this row? Yeah, the red and the light, I agree with you, John. That red and the light pink, and even the rooster, they are just a little bit meh. But when we bought the yarn, these was the colours that we could have. Oh, I see a tape measure. I got a tape measure handy, so when I want to do it, I can just jump up and do that. But yeah, these were the colours that we had access to at the time, and that's what I went with. But I agree with you; they're a little bit meh. Alrighty. Like, I wonder if we're the 1.6 meters yet. If it was just the pink, the flamingo, and the red, that might look good with just those three. Yeah, look, I think that I really wanted 8 so I could have the dice. And I wanted the special dice. I didn't want 6-sided dice. I think part of what's happened is because of how I wanted to play the game. And I understand that you know, I caused this. Let me just see if I can. Zoom in on the big boy just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm aware that I caused my own drama here. Let me see. I love that we bought the yarn like we forced you. Yes. Yes. No, I bought the yarn because I wanted to test it out, and I bought these colors because I think there were a couple of other colors that were a bit meh, but there weren't many. Like, they were like the more autumnal. And I've got white as well. I do have one ball of white. Or bullet, or whatever you want to call it. But I don't think that when she very first released these colors, I don't think there was a lot to choose for. And so yeah. I think all the information about the project is in my Ravelry. So you can, everything that I've done is in there. So all my math, not all the dice rolls. I should probably go in and add all those in, but they're not all in there. But everything else is in there. And like any of the adjustments and changes I made from Claire's original pattern, they're in there too, because I added extra stitches for the border. Because I didn't like the what was going to happen, which is when you grab the first stitch for your border, it was going to be grabbing the first of the 4, so the end ones would only have 3, and my brain wouldn't have coped with that, so I added in an extra stitch so that I would be grabbing here and then all of the 4s would be visible. So my math was just a little bit different. But that information is in the notes of the pattern. One, two, three, four. There we go. Oh, I botched something up there, didn't I? That's all right. I can kind of fix it. Keep going. How are you guys going with your projects? Are you working through them? Are you winning? Are you having to rip stuff back? Are you keeping up with all your Christmas projects and bits and bobs? I'm probably not quite where I'd like to be, but I'm not too far off. I got one thing totally finished, which I'm really happy. Well, I need to weave in ends. Oh, Game Widows. Go and find out which, hopefully it's a hospital that you can get to easily. Goodness me. And with him, you just never know what it is. Is he set his beard alight? Is he, you know, his beard? I mean, not beard. Has he set his beard alight? Has he done something with an anvil? Like, gosh. I'm currently gluing a plastic hand to a starfish. With no context, that is very surprising. I refuse to do Christmas or birthday projects. If you get something from me, consider it a blessing. Yeah, look, I'm going to be really honest. The people that I'm giving my Christmas, they have not asked. This is something that I wanted to do. So this is where this is coming from. They have not asked, and it's something that I want to give them. So, but yeah, it would be different if it was like I must make this because such and such has told me they want it. Gabby says, I'm currently frogging the baby blanket. I was almost done with it soon, but you're restarting it. What happened? Why are you frogging it? John says, no Christmas presents plugging away on this blanket. 6.5 rows left on this border side. Is that giving you like the nice width that you wanted? Because I know that was like, that's why you're putting these additional borders on a corner to corner join as you go. Because I'm like, I don't do borders on corner to corners. I don't even do an edge. I just like leave them as is. Do you think it would hold, like if I were to do an edge, just if I'm thinking a round of single crochets and then a crab stitch, because that's how I love to edge all my blankets and all my things. I love crab stitch. I think it just finishes things off nicely. Is adding an edge to a corner to corner painful? Just out of curiosity, because I have never done it. I'm hosting my book club dinner Friday, and the fantasy book I chose, they can regrow body parts on starfishes. Oh, that's going to be cool. That is awesome. I love that. Oh, okay. Panic mode is off. Everyone can stop freaking out. Okay. Well, like, could have given you a bit more information in that first message, right? John says, yeah, I think it'll be good. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's not painful if you like working into the side of double crochets. Well, I mean, that's a no. That's a hard no. That's not my favorite thing to do. So, but obviously I'm going to have to if that's what I want to do. Thanks, Samantha. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. I kind of do too. That's why it's still here. Changing the color order because I ran out of a discontinued color. Oh my gosh. You did a Chantel, Gabby. I've run out of, I will run out of the pink, and it's like totally out of stock. I don't know if it's discontinued or what, but I can't get it. And so I'm, you know, luckily Crochet with Claire will hopefully have some. We gave her a call at the beginning of the stream. To see if she's got any. She thinks she does in this color, so that would be cool. Leanne says, I do edge mine very simply, single corner into the gap between the cube or the box, and then chain 2 across the block. Oh, and then do you go back in and work single crochets on the chains rather than having to deal with the... I think I like that idea. I like that one. Goodness me, I do like that idea a lot. That's what I'm going to do. I've got a corner to corner. I can test that on. I don't know if I'll have enough yarn for an edge on it, or if it'll even need one. But if it does, and I do, then that's what I'm going to do. Definitely. I'm nearly at the end of this pink here, and we'll be ready for another dice roll. Did I just split that? No, I did good. I did good. I like that idea, Leanne. Oh, you just leave it as the chains. And it just finishes off the block edges better. Oh, I'm gonna have to test that. I can even just go and grab my blanket, not right this second, but after, I'll be able to just grab the blanket and just pop some edging on, just have a look at it. The Secret Yarnery has a great tutorial for putting edges on. I'll check that out too. See, John, I never even considered to put an edge on a corner to corner. I was just like, end it off, weave in the ends, all done. And now I'm like, borders. And it's like, so I'm blaming John for putting that in my brain. But it turns out that lots of you do corners to corners with borders. In the chat, those of you that have worked a corner to corner, did you put a border on it? I have no idea what I'm having for lunch yet, Sam. No idea. Something warm. That's as far as I've gotten. If time permits, you do? Okay. Yeah, because that's the thing, isn't it? It does add extra time, to, especially like some of these blankets are quite large. It will definitely add time. Where's this little snippet? Snippety snippy doos. Alrighty, we are on to our next color, color 3 for today's stream. Alrighty. It's dice roll time. Roll the dice to choose the next color. Alrighty. 3 3/4 miles of yarn. I think I worked out that the queen took like 2 kilos. 2 kilos? No, it's more than that. It took 2 kilos of purple. So 3.5 kilos of the Brava worsted. So 35 skeins. Mind you, I was buying the 500 gram purple skeins. Alrighty, let's see what's going on here. Oh dear. Boom. It's another green. Oh, goodness me. Well, those of you that love the green, that felt there wasn't enough green throughout the blanket, the universe is remedying it. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Just go forth and crochet the green on. Green again. Yes. Green again. I'll do a few stitches and then we'll look at the back of this section. Oh, then we'll pause and I'll grab that tape measure and I'll have a quick measury do. Alrighty, let's have a look here. Green, yellow, green, green, blue, green, green, red, green. There's a little splitty stitch there. What did I do there? Whoops. Let's not look at that. All right, let's grab the tape measure. Hello, big boy. Do you want me to open the door back up and we'll see if Dad's being a bit quieter? Louie wants to go out. Yes, you were. All righty, we've got the tape measure. I think I'm just gonna pop it on the floor. It's probably the easiest. You can't watch because it's on the floor. Tim's just stolen. Yeah, Tim's hands just appear on camera just to steal the dog. Yep, Louie cam. Alrighty, we have got a straight bit. Let's measure it. We are at 155 centimeters. That doesn't seem right. I could have sworn we were at 160 when we started. I'm going to fold it in half and try and measure it again. You know. No, 155 is right. Okay. Okay. 155. Oh no, we were at 140 when we started. That's right, because I had 60 centimeters to go for the end and then the extra. All right, so we've added 15 centimeters. So that's something. Alrighty, let's keep going. The colors look nice on the Louis Kim. Oh, did they? Let me just see if we can. Oops. Oh, that does give you a better. Yes and no. It's still pink. Alrighty. Well, Louis's gone, so let's turn off Louis cam. Alrighty. Let's keep going with the green. Alright. Split it. Less splitting it. Oh, Jeremy, the IV stand. Okay. Yep. I'm using a tulip hook, a red tulip hook. These are nice. I like the red tulips. I like my grey tulips as well, but I think the red tulips are growing on me more than the grey tulips. I'm usually a bit of a clover girl, but when I started this project, I couldn't find any of my clover amours in a 4.5 at the time. And I could find this one, and I try to stick with the same hook for a project just in case. Different brands, different shaped hooks, and different styles of how you hold it, and that can change your tension. So I try not to change tools midway through a project if I can avoid it. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Something breaks or disappears forever. So, you know, sometimes that stuff happens. But I do try to stick with the same tools for the project. Oh, what size hook? That's all in the Ravelry link that I gave you before. Actually, even the red tulip hook name's written there, but it's a 4.5 mil. So, and this DK weight yarn, while the yarn company says it's DK, it's definitely worsted. So I'm using a 4.5 mil with worsted weight. I'm a loose crocheter, so you probably will need different hook. You'll just need to do, like what I did, is I went and followed Claire's tutorial and made a mug rug. This is all bunchy and uncomfortable. And I made a mug rug first, which I use out on my couch, and I'm now like, I need a bigger one because I've got a different couch arm, and it's quite wide and long. And we found that they've actually been really useful. It's I don't know what weight it is. We don't do those weights in Australia. It's a worsted weight. The yarn company says it's a DK weight. It's not DK at all. It's exactly the same meterage as Red Heart Super Saver. So whatever Red Heart Super Saver is, I would go with that. So the reason this yarn doesn't have those weights on it is only yarns that are meant for that are like packed for an American market have to have it. The rest of the world doesn't really use them. I'm using 7 colors, but you can use whatever you want. I would use at least 2. But you can use, I used 7 so I could roll the dice, my 8-sided dice. And then when I roll a number 8, we have a vote. So I'm using 7 colors, but you don't have to do that. Like if you follow Claire's instructions, she doesn't specify a number of colors. I think, with my first one, I may have used 3 colors with my first one. I can't remember off the top. Let me just look at my Ravelry project. Projects. Let me look here. Did I add? I used 3 colors. So this was my test project. I'm adding the link in here. There you go. That's a link to my test project. So that was the little mug rug that I made that is now doesn't look anywhere near as pretty because it has been washed and washed and washed and washed and washed. It's now I need to make a new one. So no, I haven't tried that one. I'll have to have a look at it. Cottage core mosaic. Pattern. I'm just having a quick look on Ravelry so it comes up in my search later so I can have a better look. Oh, hang on. I think I chose knitting. Back. Crochet. Are you sure it's called Cottage Core Mosaic? It's not coming up on Ravelry. So go crochet. Cottage. It might be all one word. Cottage Core Mosaic. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there we go. That came up from Marissa Tetmeyer. That's very cute. It looks a bit busy for me, but that's very cute. If that's the Marissa Tetmeyer one. Gosh, she has some really interesting stuff here. Like very, very, it's quite busy, but you could make it less busy. I'm not a big fan of the multiple color kind of thing. There we go. I've added the link if anyone else wants to have a look at it. It's very clever and very cute, but I'd probably tone it down to a color palette. Let's see what other people are doing. I'm just going to go screen share. There we go. Let's move the amphibian off. Let's move that. There we go. I know it looks like, oh, see this one here is less vibrant. I like this one over here. That's a little more subtle, but it's very, very bright. If I go back to the main pattern page, it's very, very full on, and that's probably a bit too much for me. That's not really. Yeah, I think changing the colors would do a lot for it. I do. I think changing the colors, like this person here has really toned theirs down just by changing colors. It looks like all the same patterns are still there, everything's still there, but they really tamed it down. And I think I like that. I like that one. Oh, it's a massive project. It'd be enormous. It would definitely be a serious undertaking, which I'm not planning another big project at the moment. I've got to get rid of some of the ones I've got. She says, hopefully. Got a few projects on the go. I'd like to clear some of them out by the end of the year, as well as do some Christmas projects. So that's my goal, is to clear some of these out from the end of the year, so that, because like, I don't know, does anybody know my brain capacity for my project thing? So let me just, I'm just gonna go back to the screen share here, and go back to here. But see, this is my Ravelry projects, right? Now, this lacy summer top, that's finished, but I've been leaving it there so I can add in some extra photos. But I like to have no more than one row of whips currently, and I nearly have 2 full rows. So what was Winnie's Wonderland? Oh yeah, because I was looking at that for the cotton. That's my next project. Once I finished off some of the others, this one I'll be going into. So this one's allowed to sit there, because I'm not starting it yet. And that one's going to go. So there's 2 that are going to go, but that still leaves 1, 2, 3. The cable crush joggers are still there because I still haven't added pockets, and I don't think I'm going to be honest. So maybe that's 3 that could go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 projects on the go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are blankets. So yeah, yeah, I do. I could just put them on this other monitor, my 32-inch monitor. No, it's 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually, I was counting it on a screen that has 6. I only like to have 6 on the go, but there's a lot. There's a lot. Samantha, you'll have to. I don't have a video on that as yet, but I probably should make one. But I'm not going to go into that right now. But I will make a video on that, but just not this week. I'm not sure when. I'll get that one done, but not this week because I've got a crazy amounts of work on. So yeah. But there's all sorts of tutorials on Ravelry to help you anyway, if you can follow those along. Then my question is, for those of you that are avid Ravelers, should I make the tutorial on how to add your yarn stash to Ravelry first, or how to add a project first? Because if I do the yarn stash first, then I can show, when I'm showing how to do the project, I can show how to add the yarn from either your stash or from new yarn, or yarn that's not stashed. And before anyone gets too excited, I have no intention of going through my whole stash and adding it onto Ravelry. That's not going to happen. Okay, let's bring this back one over. So this week, TV-wise, I've just been watching mostly just reruns of stuff I've seen before. Although I did finish watching Signora Volpe. I thought that was a pretty cool show. I enjoyed that. I'd like to see another season of that. But I don't know if I will. Yeah, good point, Kelly. Do the project first. Yep. I don't think I have made a video on how to add a project to Ravelry. I've done the how to set up a free account and how to add friends. Have I added a project? I don't even know. I've got a list of ones that I've researched out and they get muddled in my brain as to whether or not they've been uploaded or not yet. I don't think I have added a project to Ravelry yet. I've definitely added friends. Oh, sorry, made a video on how to add a. I've definitely added projects. I was rewatching Ghosts US version with the woman I was dating, but she had to go, so I stopped the rewatch. I think I want to give Ted Lasso a try. I've heard really positive stuff about Ted Lasso. So okay. Thanks. Like, do you mean at all or just on my channel? Like, I don't think I've got one, but like at all? There should be one out there, right? At least. In saying that, the how to Ravelry videos don't go as well as I would like. Oh, I did a thing organizing my favorites. That's what it was. So probably seeing patterns and stuff. Yeah. Miss Fisher Murder Mysteries. Yeah, I think I'm rewatching. I've started Bones and Criminal Minds back from the start. I'm probably just about due for a new Supernatural run, but I'll probably save that to up around Christmas. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of if there's anything else I've been watching. Oh, of the Aurora Teagarden mysteries, I've been watching those. I'm not quite finished, I don't think. Or I might be. Maybe I am finished. I could be finished, which is why I went hunting for something else. Okay, thank you for the clarification, Kelly. All right, we're nearly at the end of this green row. Oh, don't split the yarn. Well, yes, I will be, Leanne. I will be. I was just looking at the time thinking I should probably do those soon. I'm going to do 5 again. And this time I won't leave it all, well, not all of it, but leave half of it till the night before. I'll make sure I get a few extra rows done throughout the week. Because I think it was a good amount. It's helping the blanket to power along better. Because I do want it to be done by the end of October. That's my goal. This one is finished by the end of October. So move that over there. Should we do the dice rolls now before we join on the pink? I think we should. Alrighty. So far we have 6, 7, 6. I need to add them in to my notes. Doop. Oh, there we go. Yes, I before I started all the new colors, I was up to 139 long. All right, so we've got 6, 7, 6. Alrighty, then we've got that 4th dice gone. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Let's go. We're going to do these extra dice rolls. It's 6. It's a 6. That's weird. All right, so that's one of the new ones. A 2. A 4. Oh, there we go. We're starting to get some colors. Oh, sorry, that one jumped up on my keyboard. A 3. So 6, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2. I missed the 4. That's a bit more of a mix-up. All right, and then the 5th one that we'll continue on with is a 7. Oh, that's a good little mix. I was beginning to worry. I was beginning to worry that it was going to be Team Green all the way. Goodness me. Okay. So we'll get this purple going before we start the next row of green. But we do, we've got a nice mix. See you later, Game Widows. Have a good day. If we're really lucky, or if I'm really lucky, we'll have the money ready for the chair in time for like Black Friday sales or something. That would be really awesome to be able to do that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm also saving on my end to try and, add to it. But we'll see how it goes. Anemone. Yep. There's a purple. I was starting to think there would never be purple again. Oh, that's funny. Worcestershire sauce. You got some blankets on the go, Sam. You should probably get working on some of those. My question for everybody in the chat, Sam made me think of it, but it's not just for Sam. But how many of the projects do you currently have on the go that you will have done for Clean Slate 2025? So that's my goal. I want a clean slate. I'm allowed to have 6 leftovers, but a clean slate for 2025 for projects. I don't know how to pronounce that word. That's just how I grew up saying it. I could totally be wrong. Worcestershire sauce. That's what my mum used to call it. I don't even actually have a bottle of it in my house. Is that bad? Or at least I don't think I do. But in saying that, sometimes when I'm craving, like, you know, steak, and now that I understand it, because this was when I was a kid, I'd have steak with Worcestershire sauce on it. And we since worked out it was because I would not have enough salt in my system or iron in my system. And it was like the best way to get both at the same time. Oh, you prefer Samantha. Sorry. Yeah. That's all right. What was I gonna say? But yeah, so if we've got, like, because I want to definitely get rid of this blanket before the end of the year. Sounds harsh. I don't want to get rid of them, but I want it gone off my Ravelry to-dos. I want to keep the blanket. I just don't want it to be a whip anymore. So, clean slate. It sounds like English, and yet it is meaningless. I love that. I love that. Corner to corner will be done soon, like end of November. Need to make a Tunisian scarf for Molly. I have 2 blankets for the boys and a mosaic for Robert, and a Tunisian for Will that I need to frog. Okay. Gosh, you do have a bit on the go as well, don't you? You guys know how to make me feel not alone with my ginormous pile of projects that are currently on the go. I would like to have completed this one, the Jethro, the Sun Gold, and the Pearl Sohos. They would be the ones that I would most like to get off the list, and anything else will be a bonus. Now my cotton prism is, I think it's about just over a third done. But it did get sort of sidelined, and I'd need to sit down and reread how to make it because I don't even remember how to do it. But my Lacy Summer Top, the Winnie's Wonderland, and the Cable Crush, 2 of those are already finished-ish. And one of them I'm not starting yet. I've just got it in there because that is the next blanket that I'll be starting. I don't know what I'm doing with this blanket yet. I made it for myself, but whether or not I'll keep it for myself is another question. I'll just have to, I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer to that one yet. Bianca says, I don't know if I'll have a clean slate. The 4-color lace weight cardigan just needs sleeves, but I don't want to. Well, then, Bianca, is that your only project you've got going? Because, you know, then you need to do sleeves. Oh, no, there we go. I'll finish my t-shirt and the headscarf I'm working on and then plan to do a cotton shawl. Okay. All right. That sounds, I was just like, I could swear that you had more things on the go. John says, my goal is to make enough in the stock market so that in 2027 I can buy a house, retire, and crochet all day. That would be really nice. That would be really nice. Sleeveless cardigans equals a vest. Yeah. Do you wear vests? Maybe a vest is a legit option for you. I'm not a vest wearer. If I'm gonna wear a cardigan, I want a cardigan. Samantha is making the granny squares for the Boggy Creek. There you go. My poor Abby's going to be a bit shattered this weekend, I think. So usually she works at the vet on Mondays and I think it's Mondays and Fridays or Tuesdays and Fridays or something like that. But we had a public holiday here on the Monday. So she was working the Tuesday and the Friday this week that I knew of. And then she got a call on Tuesday, she was at work on Tuesday, and they asked if she could possibly work Wednesday because they're a bit short-staffed. And then last night they asked her if she would mind coming in today because they've got team off sick. And then she's still working tomorrow. So, and they're 10 hours. She works from 8 till 6. So she's wiped by the end of the day. So in 4 days, she will have worked a 40-hour week. So, and then she's also working at her weekend job on the weekend as well. So hopefully she'll get. Last night she went to bed nice and early, which I think was really important. She needed that. I actually think she sat in a bed and then passed out. I think that's actually what happened. She was just so tired. The poor chook. But it's also nice that she's able to help out while they're understaffed. Vampire says, alas, I have too many to have a clean slate. I might manage 2 or 3 of them, but still have a further 9 big projects after that. And a few family requests are on hold for now. Yeah, and look, this is the thing. My idea of a clean slate for my projects is not none. It's not to start 2024 off or 2025 off with 0 projects, but it's to start it off manageably without my brain freaking out. So I can have 6 still sitting here and I'll be totally content. Or 6 plus the Winnie's Wonderland. I should sit down this afternoon and clear off the 2 that are done, because that will help my brain. And I really should join the squares for the high T fusion, but then I've still got to weave in 11 billion ends. I mean, that could be a productivity stream. Yeah. Yeah, that could be a productivity stream. Samantha's keeping all of the mosaic blankets I have started for myself. Oh, awesome. John says, someday I need to make a skull blanket for a friend of mine, some future Halloween skull blanket by Dolly Daydream Crochet on Ravelry. I think I made a skull scarf along a skull shawl it was. I don't even know what happened to it. I don't have it. I remembered making it. Is it on? Maybe I frogged it. Hang on. I think it might even be old school Chantel in the queue. Let me just scrub back. Nope. It's not in my Ravelry. No, I don't know where it is. But I definitely remembered making one with the skull motifs as a shawl. A triangular shawl. And I don't know if I was making it for someone else or if I just found someone to give it to. I don't know. How long have I been crocheting for? I don't know, it's at least 20 years. At least, maybe. I mean, I remember being taught by an aunt when I was like 11 or 12, and I did it for a little while back then and then stopped. And then I started again in my early 20s, and then I haven't stopped since then. Well, John has answered that question also correctly for about 2 hours. That's so funny. Look, we're so close to the end of the row here. I'm just going to keep going until I make it to the end. And then that way I know this section is complete and I can just start off on the next green row, which is just hilarious. But anyway, in true randomness, we can have duplicates. If you had 400 meters of hand-spun sport yarn, what would you knit? None of my ideas are working. 400 meters, that's for me as a shawlette style thing. I would be looking at a cowl or a shawlette with 400 meters. And if it's super soft, I'd probably be doing my Dragon Scales cowl because it's so nice and it can use up every gram of your yarn. There is a tutorial on my channel here how to use it or how to make it. I love my Dragon Scale cowl. I'm just going to be on until I get to the end of this row, which we're nearly there. Because it's only a 2-hour stream, and usually I would have finished about 5 minutes ago. But I'm still going because I'm so close to the end of a row. And so what's the point of stopping and putting it down and then walking away? Taught by my mum at 14, didn't pick it up again until my grandson was born 16 years ago. And I've still not learned everything about this craft. Yeah, look, I'm the same. There's still so much to learn. There's so many techniques and styles, and I don't think I'll ever learn it all. And I'm actually okay with that. I'm okay with knowing there's more around that I don't understand and I don't know, that people are constantly coming up with new ideas. I love it. John says he started about 5 years ago or so during his divorce. I find that like learning something is really helpful for your brain in tough times. And I also like that now that I know how to do it, when I'm having like, you know, times where my brain won't calm down or settle down, I can just crochet something and it helps. It's like a double help. You were thinking cowl, the pattern that I had all the errors. It was a bandana style cowl that I really liked. Well, maybe you can try a different one. There we go. We are at the end. Alrighty. Boys and girls, lords and ladies of the internet, we're done for today. We got an extra 3 rows of color plus an extra 3 rows of pink done. So we're doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how we're going. I don't know how many rows we're going to get left out of this one. But we'll keep going. We'll try and get as close to our 2 meters as possible. We may not make it, but we'll go as far as we can. Josephine says, I remember crocheting my first project 50 years ago when I was a teenager, and then I mostly totally ignored crochet for 40 years and then knitted instead. Yeah, I agree, Holly. I think it's looking gorgeous. I think it's very weighty. Like, let's get that clear. This is a heavy blanket. So if you are not a person who doesn't like a heavy blanket, don't make it in this yarn. I'm sure it could be lighter if you used something lighter weight, but this particular yarn is quite heavy, and Mosaic makes it quite heavy. So we'll see how it goes. But I will catch you all here next time, next week, same bat time, same bat station, 10 a.m. Brisbane time. You can throw that into your Google Calendar and then choose Brisbane time, and it'll put it in the right place in your calendar. That's what I do for all my international stuff. And I will catch you all later. Bye now.